What's going on, guys? My name is Triforce Addiction. Welcome back to another COD mobile video. So the Season 4 update has officially dropped for all versions of Call of Duty Mobile. And I'm actually kind of surprised with some of the weapon changes because, for the most part, I really focused mainly on the CODm and the PDW because those were like the two most neglected SMGs. But I never really bothered to pay attention to the M21 buff, because I didn't really think it was going to be anything significant. I thought it was just going to be some sort of fire rate buff or something like that, or some sort of range buff for, I guess, multiplayer, which I don't see the reason why. But there actually was another change that was made. So the multiplier was increased by 1.1 times. So the normal damage for this weapon is typically 91. So if you multiply that by 1.1, you will actually get 100.1 damage. So if you do hit on the upper chest, you are able to actually score a one-shot kill. So they managed to up the damage just enough for you to actually land a one-shot kill. But keep in mind, they did it in such a way that I think it's actually pretty intelligent that they did it this way, because what it does is that it makes the M21 EBR a much more rusher-friendly type of semi-auto. I say that because the one-shot range isn't really that far. It wasn't as far as I thought it would be, because, when you look at the SVD, the one-shot range is pretty high. You don't even have to have some sort of barrel or monolithic suppressor for the range to even be high. But the difference with this one is that the damage does fall off after about maybe 10 to 15 meters. So if this was going to be a camper-based weapon, why would they make the one-shot range so short? And I think that's why it is the way it is. I think this update was actually meant to make this into a more rusher-friendly sniper rifle, or I guess in some ways a marksman rifle. And it's not to say that, you could still rush with the SVD, but this one's, I guess, a little bit more skill expressive. And it does make it a little bit easier to use since the fire rate is pretty high now. And actually, if you think about it, the fire rate's actually, as fast as the base XPR now, which kind of, begs the question of whether or not they're going to make any changes to the XPR, because at the moment, it's completely obsolete because of this weapon. I'm assuming for that one, they're probably going to do something with the stopping power, make the one-shot area a little bit more generous, maybe add a little bit more downsides to it, so, it could stand out a little bit more, but as of right now, the M21 is such a good alternative for this, for the XPR. Also, despite the fact that the one-shot range isn't really that high, it's actually pretty small for most sniper rifles, it does tend to save your life a lot when it comes to close-range gunfights. Because before, you still needed a two-shot kill unless you hit in the head. But now that you could actually one-shot to the chest in close range, it could actually save your life in a lot of occasions. The problem, though, is that you shouldn't get too used to the one-shot range, because, sometimes you're going to assume that maybe the one-shot could reach, so far, but then it ends up failing you. So I would always recommend just shooting two shots just in case. It's very important not to over-rely on the one-shot range, because sometimes it will fail you. I also forgot to mention, I can't believe I didn't earlier, but also if you do shoot in the arms, you can also score a one-shot kill. So yeah, it's a pretty generous one-shot area if you are in close to medium ranges. And even with all these attachments that you put on, it's still a pretty decently fast sniper rifle. I would say maybe if you have the steady barrel with no stock, you'll probably be as fast as the DLQ. So it's not really that bad. You just have to adjust your movement a little bit in order to compensate for the slow speed. And the footage that you're seeing right now is proof that it is kind of rusher friendly now, because if it was still a two-shot kill sniper, I would not be doing as good as I am currently in the video. So yeah, it feels like it's more rusher friendly in my opinion. So for the class up that I have for you guys today, it's MIP Steady with Tactical Scope, no stock OWC Laser Tactical, as well as the 20-round reload. So I tried my best to kind of, keep the mobility intact while also having a little bit more range, so you could one-shot from a little bit further away. It doesn't help as much, but it's still a lifesaver. It helps you in close range combat. But yeah, it's still a pretty good class setup at that. So there you have it, guys. That's pretty much the end of the video. So yeah, the M21 is a much more solid sniper rifle in close range, much more rusher friendly, and you know, kind of raises concern for the XPR, but I'm hoping sometime in the future they will make some adjustments, because at this point it's pretty much useless because of this one sniper rifle. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to leave a like, make sure to subscribe for some more COD mode content, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you.